Summer games for a third year in a row, because how good can a summer be without games? This summer I brought with me 3 super fun and compact games that fit snugly into your beach bag, plus 2 more just to be safe. Scout is a game that you can carry with you anytime, being sure you'll find people to play it with. It's a simple but clever trick-taking game. The essence in Scout is that you're not allowed to rearrange the hand you're dealt. That's right, you just take your cards and you immediately start playing, or you may choose to turn them upside down if this promises a better potential for combos. Yup, this game is all about the combos. So to win the trick already on the table, you have to show a higher number or a higher combination. You may play 2 consecutive numbers or a pair which always beats the consecutive numbers. The cards you gain for beating it is essentially money. Sometimes you might not have a better thing to show, so you need to scout. You take one of the cards on the table and place it anywhere you want on your hand, ideally building a good combo for later. Like here, for example, you have 4 cards in a row that next round you could drop them like a bomb and have the other player scout for a while. The player who had shown it, so the player whose cards you scouted, earns $1 for being unbeatable. There's also a one-time round option to scout and then also show, which can give you a big advantage. When any player manages to finish all their cards, the round is over and you get points based on the cards you took and these dollars minus the cards left on your hand. The goal of the game is to get the most points at the end of several rounds. As you can tell, I think Scout is a must-have in your beach bag list. Don't worry if your friends don't want to play with you, there's always somebody willing. Or not. And continuing with yet another unusual trick-taking game, we've got this one called I My Favorite Things. You might not speak Japanese, but don't worry, it's a language-independent game. So in I My Favorite Things, your entire hand is made up by your neighboring player. You choose a topic for the player to your right, and that player needs to write their top 5 things of this category on the cards, plus their least favorite on the 0. The numbers, so the ranking, will be hidden behind a card sleeve. And before you say, well, that sounds easy enough, the player to your right who wrote them passes them along to the player to their right, and this will be their hand. So that player will see the words of a topic, will have to guess the ranking of them, as these are the cards they're going to try to win tricks with. Once cards are played to the trick, the hidden numbers are shown. Your neighbor's preference rank is the card's strength. So the card 1 is highest and the 0 is lowest. But if 1 and 0 appear in the same trick, then 0 wins. The most fun and bizarre thing about this game is that you see the cards of a trick being absolutely different, as they were all created for different topics by different people. It's the only game where you'll see words like carbonara, stalker, and wizard being played in the same trick. You try to use your friend's most and least favorite things to your advantage, but it's a test to whether you actually know them. Social deduction games are great for big groups of people, so you've got to cater for that as well. And maybe they all seem similar to you, but this one has an interesting twist. In Psychobabble, one player is a psychotherapist trying to discover what shared dreams their patients have been having. The game uses large cards with surreal, dreamlike Lovecraftian images set out in a grid. The patients all know which card they're discussing, but the psychotherapist does not. As it is all about discussing dreams, things can get a little vague and weird. The problem is that one of the patients is given the wrong card to talk about. And of course, this patient needs to remain anonymous to win the game. Usually, in social deduction games, the person who doesn't know what the others know knows it. But the beauty of this game is that you don't know that you don't know, you know? So anyone is potentially the insane patient, and you're even suspicious of yourself. There's a lot of real suspense and paranoia going on. You'll be questioning who you can trust, or even if you can trust yourself. Wind sure makes it all more fun. Use rocks and pebbles to ensure your cards stay on the table or on the sand. And why not some watermelon drink just for the taste? It's after midnight, so what better to do than play a game of Insider? In Insider, players are assigned roles at random. One player is the master, and they secretly select a word from a set given in a deck of cards. The insider player, whose role is not known to the other players, will then secretly view the word. The rest of the players are known as commons. The commons then have approximately 5 minutes in which to ask the master yes or no type questions so that they can deduce the secret word. The insider wants the group to find the word, but they don't want to be the one openly leading them to it. If the commons fail to guess the correct word, everyone loses. If they do guess correctly, they need to vote on who was the insider. If they don't vote correctly, then the insider wins. So as an insider, you'll be attempting to manipulate a group to think they got the answer all by themselves and hide your identity. The whole point system in this game doesn't matter. You don't really play for points, but it's a game you're definitely gonna have a blast with, especially after hours.